Ready or not, here they come.
Those days of America, beginning tomorrow, being ripped off are over.
For weeks, Donald Trump has flagged April 2nd as Liberation Day, when the US would drop an array of new import taxes on the global economy. But that's where the specifics end.
There's been a lot talked about and a lot discussed, but very little has been made apparent, one of which is the 20% across the board. Others are more targeted, others are more specific, others are country by country rather than by product.
Australia is anticipating tariffs of up to 20% on all exports to the US, but the government says there's still enormous uncertainty about the final outcome. In the midst of an election campaign, the Prime Minister hasn't ruled out taking action via the World Trade Organization.
I stood up for Australia when they put on aluminium and steel tariffs. I continued to stand up for Australia.
While Australia has ruled out reciprocal tariffs, the EU has not.
Europe has not started this confrontation. We do not necessarily want to retaliate. But if it is necessary, we have a strong plan to retaliate and we will use it.
Brazil is voting on whether to retaliate with its own tariffs, ironically, by implementing a similar policy to the Trump administration.
This law is not meant to be a retaliation. It's a protection for when Brazilian products are retaliated against.
Protection and retaliation were also words of the day, both north and south of the US border.
We are going to be very deliberate in terms of the measures we take to fight for Canada, fight against these unjustified measures by the US administration, but also to protect.
We do not believe in an eye for an eye. That always leads to a bad situation. It's about doing what's best for Mexico and how to face this situation.
The White House says the president is always open to taking calls, replacing liberation with negotiation. Manny Tsigas, ABC News.